Hello, Sadie. How are you doing, my little puppy? Aren't you gushy? This is guy Downbot Kiryu here, and I'm not used to doing a voiceover, but I felt like for a certain thing that was just released that I would show off my viewers what I have when it comes to Godzilla. And before I start, I should say I've just been taking the summer off, relaxing, and I do have plans over the next several months to get some exciting new videos out. I'm sure it'll be pretty cool, and then I'll eventually do more of this, talking, showing you how my voice is. But yeah, Godzilla has been something that's been with me since I was a little child, and I felt like before unboxing that you would get to see everything and stuff. And I guess I should just start. So I pretty much own every film and put them in order. This is the original, pretty much one of my favorite movies ever. It's the nice, cool Criterion box. They are releasing a Blu-ray set, which is cool, but since I already have these, I have no interest in doing them. So here it's Raids again, the old classic Mio one. These were nice sets, with the colorful discs and the cool covers. Though personally, I would prefer if they just dubbed the movie instead of including the American version with the Japanese. So it's King Kong versus Godzilla. One of the most funny. Mothra vs. Godzilla. Oh, I should mention the original Godzilla was the very first one, true Godzilla movie I saw, and this was the second one I ever saw. And, I like it. It's good. Teeny bit overrated, but it's still good. Did I hurt you, Sadie? And then here's the iconic Ghidorah the 3M monster. Another movie I really like. I guess I can spoil. I have a full review thing coming up at some point. Astro Monster, but I will say this is for some reason I love this one. It's like an old Star Trek episode. I just really like it. This is a lot of people don't like Sea Monster, but I actually do have a lot of fun with it. Does anyone else like? People prefer that Kraken DVDs, but for me personally, I like these Sony ones because they're more colorful with nice artwork and such and new covers. I mean, most of these others just use the poster, but these go for a lot of money, so I'm very happy that I own. So here's Son of Godzilla. Hope I don't anger some of you, but I'm not too keen on that one. And this would probably get a lot of people upset, but I do not like Destroy All Monsters. I mean, when you look at the advertising here, it's like, oh, there's all these monsters, yet they're only in it for like 1/5 of the movie, and some characters don't even get 3 seconds. And there's, and then we get Hedorah, another movie. This movie I find very interesting, and I really like the, Hedorah, the small creature and such, and it's creative. You can give it that. Gigan. Very underappreciated. I do have a lot of fun with this old one, and I appreciate one for bringing one of my all-time favorite Godzilla monsters, Gigan. And then we got Megalon here, which is just so silly and dumb that just dodges the stupid bullet. Like, it's so good, it's so bad it's good. And you got the classic original Mecha Godzilla. The packaging, you think that kind of makes it look like a Marvel comic book, which it pretty much fits. And then my favorite of the Showa movies, aside from the original, I appreciate this one for kind of having a dark tone. People say the next one made Godzilla dark again, but no. I say this Terramech Godzilla made it dark, and I couldn't have asked for a better way to end the series than having it be serious. And then they brought it back with 84. This movie took freaking years to come on DVD. Sad little story. I wait for this movie to come out on DVD. Never did, so I was like, okay, I'll just get the crappy VHS with that stupid Raymond Burr. But then less than a week later, when I went down and bought the VHS, they announced it's coming out on DVD. So if I just waited. And we got Biollante. A lot of these. Does anyone remember Blockbuster? Well, guess what? A lot of these were like, oh, son, you gotta return them to the video store. I'm like, oh, but when we got there, they went out of business, so I got them for free. So here's Biollante. I really love that one. And then there's these two. the 2-day rental. Oh, and I really like the King Ghidorah one here. Kind of creative with the time travel, but Mothra Battle for Earth was just okay at best. Felt more like a Mothra movie. I really like Mechagodzilla 2 a lot. Just again, I intend to do more in-depth talk some other time, but all you need to know is that I really like this one. And I didn't pay $13. I got it free. And then another appreciated one. I really like the Space Godzilla movie. And then Destroyer is really cool with the whole death and Godzilla Jr. actually baby being mature and everything. And this movie's good as a monster movie. And it is the movie that got me into the series. But I enjoy it just as a killer giant dinosaur movie. And this is the only Godzilla cartoon I own, the series that followed from the movie, and I like it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I really do like it. Yo, Sadie. My apologies. Just I can't care about that dog now. So this cartoon, the cartoon I really liked, but I think it could have used a little bit more to it. And then my personal favorite series of Godzilla movies, because the Millennium series combine the elements of the serious and the silly. So they have good special effects and out there stories, but they have enough, structure, solid structure to it, that they're all nicely presentable. So I love Godzilla 2000 here. And then I really think Megaguirus is great and underappreciated. It's a very cool movie. This has got to be my second favorite movie ever made in the history of mankind. I know that's a little bit exaggeration, you can disagree, but I don't care. I don't think this movie will... There's very few movies that can top GMK for me. And then Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. This one brought in my absolute favorite Mechagodzilla. So I did really cool. And then Tokyo SOS, which I thought was a solid follow-up. And this, I won't do this for all of them, but I really love the disc art here for Kiryu. It's very... He's just so cool. And then here's my number one favorite movie all time, because most movies have to have a, we gotta take the movie seriously. This movie's like, screw it. Just go for a full-out party. You playing around, Sadie? So this is the movie, this DVD is actually very scratched, but guess what? It still works, because it's just, this movie's so solid that it can stand the test of child abuse. But I don't think there will be any movie to top this one, just simply because no one can have the guts to just make an all-out crazy wild movie. Most people have to take it seriously, which can work for a lot of things, but for that director, it's just fun. And here's the only video game I own. I know some people say shame on me, but I think if you see the review I did, I do like it. I mean, is it a perfect game? No, but I'm still gonna say it's, for me, the most solid game. I take this over crap like the PS4 one and Game Boy ones, and to bug more people, I think these two are both kind of overrated. Both of them, I was like, oh god, new Godzilla, I'm so excited, it's been so many years, let's check it out. And then they both, well, this one teased me with, I think, with the Bryan Cranston and having Godzilla be in the freaking fog whole movie, which is, again, a teaser, so I don't care for that. And this one's just 3/4 of people talking in rooms. See, made me so mad it all fell over. And then the rest of the movie is just this unappealing, ugly Godzilla who looks like he's got a rash. I mean, I know most people are just gonna be like, what the fuck? How could you say that? But, sorry, that's what I think. But I don't just have DVDs. I also got I also got a couple books here. So I know there's tons of great IDW stuff. I really want to check out Rules of Earth. But for now, all I have is this Godzilla ongoing. So this is volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3. This series was very cool. It's kind of like, imagine if the director of Die Hard did Godzilla. It's like, imagine this movie, just like the main lead, if you know this story. It's just, imagine if you got Bruce Willis, I think his name is. It's like a Godzilla. It'd be cool to be like a Godzilla with Bruce Willis. Then I got the prequel to 2014, which is better than the movie for me. Godzilla Awakening. Is this by IDW? No, it's not. And then the precursor to Godzilla King of the Monsters, the Godzilla Awakening in the thick cover. And then this cool history of Godzilla, which is just no pictures, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I should mention I have a Godzilla 2019 calendar, but I don't have it in the room, sadly. And then last for books is here, The Art of Godzilla King of the Monsters, which you should do yourself a favor and check out just because it is just so beautiful. And finally, before we get to an unboxing, here's action figures. And yes, I have the big Jack Specific Godzilla guy. He's freaking huge, and it was a great gift. The only problem is that the tail of his is falling off for me. And then these are all, I don't have all the figures in the world, sadly. I would love to, but this is all I've been able to salvage from years of, ruining and playing with figures. I mean, even the more recent ones are losing. Like my NECA 84 is losing has his arm missing. But yeah, I love all this stuff, and I hope you guys think it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. Now on to the main event. My doggy! The unboxing of the latest Godzilla. Now, I'll tell you with complete confidence that if you want to know a review, I got put down for this, is that I like the movie. I think Godzilla King of Monsters was a pretty good improvement over the 2014 Shin Godzilla. And, I forgot to mention, I don't own the anime trilogy because they kind of suck. Okay. And I'll probably never watch those movies again. But this Godzilla King of Monsters was a great first stab at making a true American Godzilla. So, ta-da! The latest addition to my collection. And now this is the first one I have that's on Blu-ray. Just because I was like, well, all the other ones I have on DVD, because, now you can get the whole franchise on DVD, but it's going to be a boatload of money. Like, alright, these older movies, I'm okay with the picture quality, and the freaking 2014 rental, because I didn't want to pay that much money for it. But I love this one enough to, say, you know what, I'll get the full set. So, hope this camera is HD enough that you can make it out. So of course, like all these, you take the slip cover off and it's always the same art. And again, I'll try to hold it still as I open it. Sorry, I don't have the most rich resources out there in the universe. I can only do so much with a small camera, but hopefully this is interesting enough for you. Godzilla, I'll just, for the sake of simplicity until I make the full review, King of the Monsters, the only thing I would change about it was it was kind of dumb that they would make all the monster scenes in the dark, like the 2014 one, but and that lead was annoying. I did not like her. Her excuse was stupid. Actually, no, just take it. I don't care about this stuff. So if you want the code, just take it. I don't do that additional stuff. Oh, and you can take that too. I'm not cyber socialist. I'm just more of a general people talker, and of course, boring gray discs. And since I got a little bit more time on the clock, I know, sorry if I'm talking fast, it's just that because I have a limited time on my camera and I got other plans for stuff I'd like to do in the future, I don't feel like going all in depth. And I had no interest in the MonsterVerse at first, just because 2014 left a bad taste in my mouth. And yes, I do like King Kong, and I only own a few. I own the. Maybe I'll do a separate video about that. But when I saw Kong Skull Island about a year ago for the first time, I was all like, "Hey, let's check it out. Does it look interesting?" But then I saw like, "Oh my god, this is one of the most awesome, fun monster movies I've ever seen." So when I saw, how do you say his name? The director of this movie in the trailer, I was just like, hey, this guy has potential. So I went through several months just eagerly waiting, all like, come on, gotta see it, gotta see it. And I saw it on opening day, and the first thing was like, it was just like the Jurassic World, the first one, where it's just like, yay, it's the best movie ever, it's so cool. But then after subsequent viewings, when your enthusiasm kind of, goes down, you're able to look at it with a more clear vision and be like, does it work? What doesn't work? What? And you just gotta make the final decision of, do you think it's good? And in the end, I would have to say, hey, they did a good job. And now I can't wait for Godzilla vs. Kong. And hopefully there'll be more exciting MonsterVerse movies. And hopefully Toho can make more exciting movies than, again, agree to disagree, than Shin Godzilla, and more exciting than the anime trilogy. And I might as well throw on, again, I know it's all out of order, but maybe I'll do something different, do an improved thing in the future. And most people probably turn off the video. But the way I got into Godzilla was, back in the day, I loved dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, and there were these, like, I always saw as a kid, like, imagine if that T-Rex scene in the second Jurassic Park was this Rampage thing. Imagine if that was a whole movie by itself. So I was asking people, could there be a movie like that? It's like, oh, there's something called Godzilla, and I was like, what's this about? So I saw this, and I was like, oh. So, I mean, again, it's not a good Godzilla movie, but I think it's a good giant dinosaur killer movie. And I saw then I collected VHS and DVDs of those, all the other movies, and can definitely say I'm a hardcore Godzilla nut forever, because it delivers pretty much the most important thing ever for me, which is giant supernatural creature action. And there's tons of other stuff like Gamma and such, but for me, Godzilla will always be the main one. So I think that's good enough. Hope you like it, even though I sounded pretty ridiculous. And yeah, good.